officer, is there any way we can get one? Well, we might not be able to because there's not enough reports of things happening in your area. Okay, well this is actually happening in our area. I want to let you guys know. They're going to tell you to go online and make the reports. It's never too late to file a report. It might not get anything done about it if you file it too late, but if you don't file the report, then you're guaranteed that nothing is going to happen. Okay, so I encourage you guys to work with your officers, talk to your district officers. Have you guys ever heard of NERT, NRT, Neighborhood Response Team? They work on chronic issues in your guys' neighborhood. You guys just got 2 new NERT officers as well, so it went from 4 to 6 officers. And they're really great. They work with district officers and with supervising officers, and they work on chronic issues, those drug houses and stuff like that. That's really what they work on. They work on some of the missions that are going on in the parks. They work with PWAT and with the parking enforcement a lot in dealing with those chronic issues at parks and homes and all those different things. So if you get a chance to ever meet your NERT officers, I really encourage that too. They're also really great. So if you guys go to page 15, if you forget how to do your reporting, that's okay. This is a nice little sheet that goes through as well. I can send you guys as a group these individual pieces if you want to print out more to have in your home. But I encourage people to keep it by the front door, keep it at your junk drawer, that kind of a thing. So when you're sitting on that non-emergency and you don't remember what you need to remember, you can pull this out and it gives you those key identifiers when identifying a suspect and if you need to give that information. So moving on to the next one, we touched on PDX Reporter. So this is just a reminder page. I'm going to kind of breeze past that one since Mark covered it pretty well about it's kind of that one-stop access. I do encourage you guys to get the app on your phone because it's a really quick resource to be able to use. But for time's sake, actually I'm doing pretty good. I'm talking a lot faster than I thought. We're going to go ahead and go to key crime reporting terminology. So these terms are directly from the PPP website. So this is how your officers generally should be defining these terms to you, and this is how they work off of these to be able to do reports, to be able to do arrests, and respond for the priority of calls. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is it 1 through 3 is high priority dispatch, and then 4 through 7 is low priority, correct? So the key for getting the proper priority on a call is making sure that you're using the right terminology as well as giving proper descriptions. TV is great, but it also kind of sucks because they always use the wrong terms in cop shows all the time. Somebody comes home from vacation, they see their door is kicked in, all of their stuff is gone, they call 911 and they say, I was robbed. Well, you weren't robbed, you were burglarized. There's a big difference. That's 2 totally different priorities on a police call. So does anybody know the difference between burglary and robbery? Aside from the officers?
Behind you.
Yeah.
I know the difference.
Well, you want to say what the difference is?
Sure. Burglary is usually going into a dwelling and taking something or attempting to take something. Robbery is using a weapon against the person to take something.
Or they don't even need a weapon. The threat of violence. So if you look at these terms, burglary is the unlawful entry into a building or other structure with the intent to commit a theft. So it can be the $20 shack that you bought at some lawn sale that you're tying together and shutting with dental floss. It does not matter. That is your dwelling, that is your structure, it is on your property. They break that dental floss and they go in there, they are burglarizing your property. That is a burglary. And those lines are very, very thin at the same time. There can be a burglary in progress. Say somebody breaks into your home and you're upstairs. There's nobody to their knowledge in the dwelling. They broke in with the intent to steal something. It's not their dwelling, it's your dwelling. You're hiding upstairs, okay? You can call in and say, somebody's actively burglarizing my house. They don't know I'm here, I'm hiding in the closet, okay? If you then step downstairs and they make any form of verbal confrontation to you saying, if you move, I'm gonna kill you, or say you step down the stairs and you don't know they're there, and you're in front of the doorway, they run past you and they hit your shoulder and push you, it is now a robbery. Once they make that contact, once they make that threat, once they make any form of violence or intimidation, that is a robbery to take your property, and it doesn't have to be in a dwelling. If you're here at the park and somebody says, give me all of your stuff, or I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, that is a robbery, okay? That is always gonna be a 911 call, and so is a burglary. If a burglary already occurred, that could potentially be a non-emergency call, unless you see the person fleeing from your home, that would be a burglary in progress, that would be a 911. If you're ever questioning if it's a 911 or non-emergency, when in doubt, call 911. They will tell you if it was not a 911 call. One of the other key pieces that I want to touch on, and it's really helpful to the officers, is the difference between probable cause and reasonable suspicion. Does anybody know the difference between those? Aside from the officers, once again. I hope you guys know. So, yeah.
Yeah, probable cause is having some kind of small amount of evidence that someone did something, like say someone's driving down the street in a white car, and a call came in about a robbery, and an officer sees a white car go by. It was a white car, white Dodge, let's say. That would be probable cause to stop it.
Okay, so that's a good example. A little bit more specific of an example. Well, first I'll just read the terms behind it. So the probable cause is reasonable belief that a person has committed or will commit a crime. For the probable cause to exist, a police officer must have sufficient knowledge or fact to warrant the belief that a suspect is committing a crime. The belief must be based on factual evidence, not just suspicion. Okay, so that's where that accuracy of reporting and being able to identify the behavior is a key thing. Just because somebody looks sketchy or they're not normal in your neighborhood and they're suspicious to you doesn't mean that their behavior is criminal. So Mark's like to give an example. You've got somebody who's looking really disheveled, they're walking down your street, you're not used to them being there, but they're walking with purpose. They have every legal right to be there. They can walk down that street with all the purpose they want. They're doing nothing wrong. Then you have somebody who's wearing a $500 suit. They're walking down the street. They're looking into the cars. They're pulling on the handles. That is suspicious behavior, despite the way that person looks. The only affects how that person looks in their description is for reporting for accuracy to give the officers probable cause. Okay. So reasonable suspicion is the legal standard by which a police officer has the right to briefly detain a suspect for investigatory purposes and frisk the outside of their clothing for weapons, but not drugs. Okay, so they're only frisking them for...
Do you guys have any real quick questions you guys can answer?
Oh yeah. Do you guys have any questions for them directly?
Yeah, please. Okay, thanks guys.
All right, thank you again for showing up. And we got your guys' cards if you guys want some of that information from when they're done. So the main thing on this is they can only frisk them, and they can't search through their items. They can't check their pockets, stick their hands in, unless they think that they have a weapon on it. So it's really for their own safety. And when you're giving those accurate descriptions, if you say I saw a white male who was trying to break into a car and he was wearing a black jacket and blue jeans and he went southbound off of, whatever street. Okay, well 5 blocks away.
Female 1-4, can you put the address for 1-2 on 39th as in place?
To where this is occurring, that might be him. Okay, that's the only reason. And so they can kind of stop the guy. They can talk to him. Where'd you come from? Where are you going? What have you been doing? Maybe even check his name. They can frisk him, but they can't do a whole lot more. The likelihood they're going to detain that person is very, very low. Okay, but if you give them probable cause, there was a great example.
Guys are supposed to there for now. We don't know where that car went. It didn't make it up to the car after passing damage.
In the middle of the day, there was a gentleman who was going and he was leaning into the car windows. And he was walking to multiple cars. He was pulling
and the only descriptions of the vehicles then from the other call were a gold sedan, possible Taurus, and then a big white SUV that peeled out.
He was going to multiple cars and he was walking up and down the streets and doing it over and over. People were looking at him. He was just acting very strange and touching a lot of the cars. So they decided to report it. They gave a very accurate description of what that person looked like, the behavior that they were exhibiting, and where they were going. And the officers responded to that. They knew exactly who that person was, where to find him, and that gave them reasonable probable cause to then search his backpack, see if he had committed a theft, if he had items that weren't his, wallets, all that kind of stuff. So I'll kind of pass this around and show you guys, because it's a little bit dark. But what they found instead is this. So what this is a lot of drugs, a loaded weapon, knives, crack pipes, all that stuff. So they didn't get him on theft, but what they did get him on is a lot more. So having an illegal license and having narcotics, all these other things. So all she was reporting is because he might have stole something. And the behavior he was exhibiting was suspicious. She gave a great description of the person, and it ended up in a different kind of collar. So
and to clarify about the light,
having those things in mind is really essential to the police and even to the rangers, because maybe you see those things, you give that information to the rangers, and then they leave the property. The rangers can now pass that on to your officers. So making sure that you guys are just making those connections or doing those multiple reports to help out any of the people who are responding to those types of calls. So if you guys ever forget what precinct you're in as well, you guys know Portland maps. You guys are good with Portland maps. If you guys forgot to collect them, if you do have questionnaires, I might grab those from you guys real quick actually. Do you want to collect them before I forget? Sorry, I usually collect the questionnaires right in the beginning, but we'll put those together over a block map for you guys to make it a little bit easier, so you guys can stay connected and communicate, and maybe organize some more meetings. So Portland Maps is a great way to find all of your neighborhood information. You're going to be finding your neighborhood, you can find your police precinct, you can find your firehouses, you can find your beacons, you can find all that information.
Copy, 412 on Southeast 139.
So that main front desk number, it is only manned on regular business hours, so the kind of 9 to 5 Monday through Friday situation, and that's 823-4800. So if you guys ever
we'll have non-emergency, I'll probably check that.
You're going to contact. And it's getting dark, so we're going to probably, let me see what I can wrap through.
164, 144, the main problem is a guest that's staying in room 302, black female, 17 short, she's wearing a beanie and a denim shirt.
So it's kind of that park maintenance. So all it is the concept of designing out crime. Is there things in the park? Is there overgrowth? Is there places to hide? Is there areas to camp? Is there something that you can do to change that with the city, with your park rangers, with that maintenance, or in your own home to try to address it? Is there proper lighting?
Possibly checking for a shooting suspect. 412 Southeast 139, information 1945.
And this packet explains that fully in depth. There's also SEPTED is a national concept. So you can look up any information on that, and they have it. It's something that's used all over, actually internationally. And there is a workbook packet in here, and I encourage you guys if you have time.
The information you says non-emergency officer checking a house that's possibly involved in the shooting. 412 Southeast 139, 1946.
And see where you land on that. We do have a SEPTED specialist, and that's going to be for your neighborhood. Let's see, you guys are these. So it's going to be Terry Popino. Terry Popino is your guys' SEPTED specialist. She can come out and evaluate the park. She can evaluate your residents. She can do all that different stuff. So I'm going to jump ahead. For car prowls, we also, a big thing that's around here, if somebody steals your items, Mark mentioned it earlier, you guys are never at fault for somebody committing a crime. Say you left your vehicle unlocked, it is never your fault for doing that, but there are precautions that you can
Yeah, what's up?
to prevent that from happening. So we do have
Not much.
as well. I like flowcharts. It's what to do if your vehicle does get car prowled, if your items get stolen. So we're reporting car prowls or somebody that you see is potentially going to commit a theft in a vehicle. And all that is when you go to the parks, if you have things that you don't want people to see or steal potentially, before you leave your residence to come to the park, place those things in your trunk. So that way people aren't seeing you take those packages.
I'll be over there. I'll be over there shortly.
In the trunk, now they know where they want to break in at. Not leaving items in your front seat, making sure you don't leave your keys
I don't
in your
know.
car. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, I threw my jacket over it, and so I didn't think people would notice it. They're onto that game. They know if there's a jacket just sprawled out very widely with a lump underneath it, there's probably something.
Okay, we'll do that.
So we're not leaving items in your car that could potentially be encouraged for someone to break in. And then obviously rolling up your windows and making sure that you lock your doors. If you can't keep your car in view when it's in the lot, that's even better. Keep an eye on it. But sometimes that's not possible. You're walking around and doing that. The same goes for when it's in your driveway, though. A lot of people say, oh, I'm at home, so I'm going to leave this out here for just a second. Always lock your doors every time. Try not to leave your items in your car if at all possible. Never leave your car running because you were just running out to grab something, because it can happen in a second. Okay? So the key thing is to remember to just really put your items away before you get somewhere, or carry them on your person when you leave the vehicle, just to deter people from trying to go in and break in. One of the next things, so a lot of people like to bike. You guys ever heard of Bike Index or Project 529? So, Sunday Parkway's coming up. If you haven't registered your bike, come to Sunday Parkway and the Bike Task Force with PPB. They will register your bikes for free. And I don't know if they're doing it this time, but they also do a U-lock exchange as well. So U-locks are the best kind of locks for bikes. They'll even teach you how to put them on. You bring your old bike chain down, they'll swap them out for you. I'm not sure if they're doing it this time, but it's good to kind of check in with them and see. So PPB has a bike theft task force that all they focus on is stolen bikes. So you can actually do specific reporting and contacting with them if you identify somebody who has been stealing bikes or your bike was stolen. You give a bike as a gift to somebody, go on and register it for them. A lot of people don't like to forget to go on and register their bikes and do that kind of thing. You give it to kids, they're probably not going to register their bike. Make sure you get on and register for them. That serial number is on the that center bar on the bike, or sometimes it's on the up and down bar right there in the front. So there is the information in here to be able to go and register your bike. You can even buy stickers that say, like, basically this bike is registered, and they're like impossible to tear off bikes. They're like super weather resistant and resilient, and that tells the bike thieves that your bike is registered, so if they do steal it, there's a higher chance that they're going to get caught. So those things, sometimes the Bike Theft Task Force gives those out for free at like the Sunday Parkway, but a lot of the time you do have to buy them because they